every one you've got to work out, is the advantage of signing a player, does it overcome the loss of cohesion you have every time you make a change? So there's an awful lot of thought going into this window.
I don't think we need a lot.
No, but we have to have the right pieces. It's not even, people say we need a couple, and you may be right, but it's the right pieces.
I guess in terms of cohesion, surely the goalkeeper is the least disruptive change that you could possibly make to a playing squad. So,
I like that.
But you know what, I'm pleased that Arsene Wenger doesn't listen to the fans, because he's very, he'll do his own thing. Like, if it was up to the fans, we would have got Balotelli and Falcao last season. Look how
Some
that's
fans,
you've got to
part
take
of what makes it all go around, though, isn't it? Everybody has opinions about it.
Got to listen to the fans sometimes. All right, my only criticism of last year's transfer window was not signing a defender. That was my only, at the time I was like, we needed a defender. And I think that affected us at the start of the season, because even our established defenders, they were tired from the World Cup and stuff like that.
Again though, Robbie, the only thing I would say to you is our assessment that both Debussy and Monreal could play central defence, together with the fact that any defender we signed would also have to integrate into a new system, along with Callum Chambers as well. So what you're really talking about is the incremental advantage of signing somebody early that perhaps you don't really believe in long term, versus playing somebody that you do believe in a pinch, if you've got an injury problem, can go inside and play there. Is that incremental difference as big enough that it means you have to go ahead in that summer and sign somebody that you don't necessarily think is exactly the right person? And
it's got to be the right person, I know that.
And that's really the issue, and I think people have struggled to find the right centre.
And I'd agree that in this window it's difficult, because when I look on our team, like you said, it looks balanced, but those extra special players, there's not many of them. I don't think there's not.
Right.
Even people are saying to me strikers, but there's no real world-class striker that's available at the moment that you can say, him,
It's very hard to know. I mean, there's rumours of a Carlos Tevez, but it's so hard to know. And then agents and that sort of stuff, that's the element that I guess usually that we don't know can scupper a transfer completely.
You must sit there, I do a transfer show every day. And I was thinking to myself the other day, you must sit there every day, you get those papers, you must be... But because you know who you're looking at and that. Because we get linked with everybody.
It must be tough being a fan, I think, during the summer, because it's so football.
Especially in Arsenal.
So, you're just going to be obsessing about it, and even though 90% of it is absolute rubbish, you still have to read it, you still have to think about it.
Because we get linked with everybody, every single player.
As an Arsenal fan, you learn not to, because I used to, and now I just don't bother, unless it's on BBC or Arsenal, I don't waste my time. It's depressing.
But you still, an exciting player comes along and you're like, hopefully. And
it was, this actually is before your time, but I remember the day we signed Jose Antonio Reyes. On that day, I made that kind of vow to myself that I'm not going to bother, because that came out of nowhere, absolutely nowhere. And I just thought the club, they don't, when Arsenal does business, there's no sort of desire to leak it or anything. You will try and keep it as quiet as possible. So then, I just don't want to waste my time.
We try to. If you look over the last 2 or 3 years, at most of our signings, they haven't been the players everyone's been saying sign, and they haven't been players that have really been on the radar screen.
And then it's an undisclosed fee as well. The club keep their lips very tightly sealed.
Try to,
fair enough.
Ivan, what do you think of Robbie's t-shirt? You like it? It's quite new. We could get you a free one.
I don't want to get fined.
How's the move been for you? I mean, I think you've had a good first season. A few injuries that must have irritated you, especially missing the cup final. I mean, you got us there. I mean, how was it to watch that after you getting us there?
It wasn't easy watching it. Obviously, I just sat in the box, taking a seat, and it's hard because you can't have an impact on the game or anything like that. But I guess it's football. You miss these things happen, and for the injury to happen at that time, it could have been worse.